Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and welcome to the top 8 most scariest cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the top 8 most scariest artwork cards, I feel like, in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That is what we are going to be going over today. So, enough with the creepy voices, let's get to this video. Now, as you guys know, there are many creepy artworks of cards out there in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But we're just going to be going over the top 8 most scariest cards. So let's get to our number 8. So our number 8 most scariest card is Doomed Donut. Why is this a creepy card? Well, I like pastries, I like donuts, I like jelly-filled donuts, but I don't like donuts that have eyes and teeth, and if I was to take a bite out of it, instead may take a bite out of me, and I may lose my mouth, my nose, my eyes, who knows? This is a donut with teeth. It's a freaking possessed donut. Something that's supposed to taste so good and delicious has turned evil. Like, come on! I want to eat you, but you're evil! I don't want to... I just find it very creepy and weird. Now, there are other cards out there that could be on here. I mean, we have possessed dolls, possessed teddy bears in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! We have a load of creepy cards out there. But a possessed donut, for me, something that I enjoy eating, I don't want it to be scary. So let's get to our number 7. So our number 7 is a card that, I don't know. There's a couple reasons why I put this on the list, and that is Trial of Hell. Now, over here in the TCG, it was changed later on to Trial of Nightmare. Now, if you don't know the history behind this card, in the Legend of Blue Eyes first edition print run, they messed up. They called this Trial of Hell. Instead, later on, they found out, well, parents don't like having the word hell in a card game, so they changed it to Trial of Nightmare. But if you ever were able to open a first edition Legend of Blue Eyes or find first edition Legend of Blue Eyes cards, and they have to be first edition, you may stumble across a card called Trial of Hell. This is not a fake card. This is a real card. And if you look at the OCG artwork, you can see the sword going through the sarcophagus, and there is blood coming out. I don't want to know why that's happening, but it's got hell in the name, it's got blood, swords, sarcophaguses. I don't want to know what the heck it's destroying with that sword, but it's probably something I don't want to know about. But yes, that's a little history lesson and a little creepy fact about this card. So let's get to our number 6. So our number 6, we're going to start getting into those more creepier cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And now we have Earthbound Spirit. Okay, when this card originally came out, and I was 12 years old, 13 years old, I think I was at the time, this card kind of gave me the little creeps. Look at it closely. They're spirits trapped into an eternal pit of some sort, like lava. Like, it reminds me, if you've ever seen any movies about Greek mythology, and you have to have the ferryman carry you over, down the river of Styx to get to the other side, and you see spirits coming out of the water and everything. It kind of reminds me of that. Like, these are lost souls, lost spirits who have, died, and they're just coming out of the ground with their hands trying to grab you. That's what this card reminds me of. I mean, there's a reason why it's called Earthbound. They're bound to the earth forever, for eternity. So that's why it's called Earthbound Spirit. And if you start to think about that and you look at the artwork, it starts to become a little bit more creepier, I feel like, in some respects. So that is why this card is the number 6 card on my creepy card list, because it's trapped spirits. You're not going to hell, you're not going to heaven, you're in limbo land, mister. You're not going anywhere. You're trapped on here, on earth, for eternity. And imagine if you're passing by and they're trying to grab you and like drag you down with them. That's creepy. Creepy, man. Creepy. So let's get to our number 5 card. So our number 5 card is the card that came out when I was 12 years old. And I got this card in my first structure deck. And if you guys don't know, this came out in the Yugi, I think, structure deck, actually. The Yugi with the Kaiba one. And that is Sorcerer of the Doomed. The Doomed. Sorcerer of the Doomed. I just like saying that like that. Sorcerer of the Doomed. Okay, that's enough of that. So, Sorcerer of the Doomed is a really creepy card. It's like a possessed dead sorcerer type of thing going on here. Like, this card, some of my friends used to play with back in the day because you would have like, what was it, Yami on the field, and he would be, I think, because he was a spellcaster, I think, which I always thought was weird that he wasn't as, he was not a zombie. I could be wrong about that. I can't remember the card off the top of my head. But I've played with this card recently over the past year with friends of mine with the original Yugi and Kaiba starter decks, and when they draw this card, they always tell me like, this is a creepy card, man. Like, they start looking at it closely, they're like, this card is so freaking creepy looking. And really, if you think about it, it is. It's a possessed dead sorcerer guy. Like, it's a zombie sorcerer. You killed the thing, he came back to life, and now he's gonna throw, you know, spellcasting stuff at you. Like, he's called the Sorcerer of the Doomed. He's a sorcerer that has been damned to damnation, whatever you want to say, and he is possessed and come back to life to kill you. That's a little creepy. So let's get to our number 4 card on this list of cards that I find very creepy. So, the next card we're going to talk about is a card Coordinating Shark. Now, this card here has got a little interesting history. Now, you may say to yourself, well, Seto, I don't think this card ever came out to the TCG. And you would actually be wrong about that. This card originally came out in Tournament Pack 1. Little history fact for you guys. This card actually, even right now, because it came out of the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament pack, which today we would call OTS, Astro Packs, whatever have you, whatever it changes to later on if you're watching this video in the future, it's our tournament packs that we get now. This was the first pack we ever got, and it had this card in it. Now in the OCG, if you look at the artwork, it's a shark that's dead. It has been cannibalized for the most part, and there's blood coming out of it in the OCG artwork. In the TCG artwork, it's a dead, decaying shark carcass. That's what this card is. And they decided to put this in the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament pack ever. As a kid, I remember opening a pack of Tournament Pack 1 after going to locals, opening it up, and I pulled this card as a common. I thought it was super creepy, and then I started looking at it, and one of my friends looked at it, and he's like, dude, that's a freaking dead shark carcass. What the heck? Like, he was like 10, I was 12, and I was like, yeah, you're right. That is kind of creepy looking. And I remember used to seeing that card in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy games back in the day, and other games. But yes, this card actually is out here in the TCG here. It's not an OCG exclusive card. This came out in Tournament Pack 1. Like I said, it's a $7 card, but it's a dead shark carcass with blood. Now, I'm guessing what they mean by coordinating shark, if I'm pronouncing the word correctly, is a whole bunch of sharks attacked it, ripped to pieces, and it's a dead shark carcass bleeding to death. Yeah. Cool artwork, but super creepy, I feel like. And no, I've never seen this card on anybody's list because I don't think that many people know about it unless you played back in the day. But yeah, that's my number 4. I wanted to put this card number 2 because it used to creep me out back in the day a lot when I saw this card in the first tournament pack. But as I was doing research for this list, I saw it and it brought repressed memories back. I guess you could say. But let's go to our number 3 now. So next we have a card that we still use to this day in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Still a very decent card, and the secret rare is very expensive, and that is Necro Face. Necro Face. Huh. It creeps the heck out of me still to this day. I mean, you could put, you know, it's other, you know, I'm having the card's artwork name escape me, but the card that it's based around that the Kura used that has Necro Face on its arm, which is like a broken child's face. You could put that card on the on this list, but it doesn't creep me out as much as Necro Face. It's a baby's face with tentacles coming out of it. That's I just can't explain it. Like it just yeah. Like I like the card and what it does, but it just like a baby's face with tentacles. Yeah, that's creepy. I don't think I need to say any more. Number 2, let's get past this card that creeps me out. Ew. The next card we have is Elder Entity Niala. Now, this year we finally got this card, and I forgot how creepy that card was until I started opening up Shadows of Valhalla. And I was like, wait, that card's in here. Like, I remember seeing this card when Necros were full powered in the OCG and seeing this card on the list in people's online deck profiles. But now that we have it over here in the TCG, it's a creepy card, man. It has all those faces and eyes, like... I don't know. It reminds me of Harry Potter, the first movie, when they had Voldemort on the back of, what's his name? His head. I forget the name. But they had him on the back of the head. It reminds me if I saw like that on a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like a whole bunch, like a snake-like weird hands, like H.D. Lovecraft. What were you thinking when you made this card? If you guys know the lore behind this card, I would love to know about it. So let me know down in the description below. But this card just creeps me out. Like, I wouldn't want to see this thing in a cave or a dungeon. I don't want to see it. It would freak me out and look super creepy. Even if it was slow and sluggish and I could run away from it, it's creepy, man. It's going to be stuck in my brain forever. So, yeah, it's a really creepy card. So let's get to our number 1 now, guys, the most creepiest card out there. So, guys, I may have made a stipulation on this number 1 here. And don't hate me for doing this, but... like I said, this is what I feel like are the top 8 most creepiest artworks out there in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've talked about the OCG a little bit here and there, but this card, every time I see it, I throw up a little bit in my mouth, I feel like. And I'm happy I'm not going to have to look at the picture right now because it's going to be on the screen next to me, but Parasite Paranoid, as you guys know in the TCG, is just a parasect. It's just the parasect itself. Now they had a retrained version that came out earlier this year, which not creepy. But if you look at the OCG artwork for Parasite Paranoid, or Parasite, it is creepy. It is really creepy. It's like I think it's the soldier from Berserker Soul. I really think that's who it is. And he's got the freaking parasite eating through his skin. And you can see the tentacles coming out of his mouth. And you can see the... oh! Ugh! It's like it makes me think of tapeworms. Oh gosh. Like, think about that. You want to imagine having a freaking insect coming out of your mouth? And like, it's like... it kind of reminds me from something from Alien, like when the baby's coming out of the stomach. It's kind of like that, but instead of the stomach, it's coming out of my mouth. Like, good. All right, let's get. Okay, I'm done with this video. I'm done. This video creeps me out sometimes. This was fun to make, but it creeps me out talking about some of these cards. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, but Some of these cards are just very creepy, and I would love to hear what you feel like are some other creepy artwork cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Please let me know down in the description below. We may do this again next year, but hope you all enjoyed this video, and until next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I will see all of you guys next year, and happy Halloween to all of you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.